welcome to the Commander's Crypt. I've got an awesome video for you today. Today we're going to be doing some Lord of the Rings top 10 cards from that set. Number 10, Forge Anew. Very good card. When it enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's awesome. As long as it's your turn, you may activate equipment abilities anytime you could cast an instant. That's amazing. And you may pay 0 rather than pay the equipment cost the first time. That is what makes this spell so good. Number 9, There and Back Again. This is actually my favorite card in the Lord of the Rings set. Up to one target creature can't block for as long as you control There and Back Again. The ring tempts you. That's Bilbo Baggins going to the mountain. Search your library for a mountain card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. That's the Lonely Mountain. And then 3, create Smog, a legendary 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying haste. And when this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens. The 14 treasure tokens are when Smog dies in the book. Bilbo Baggins and the 13 dwarves get their share. So I absolutely love that card. Very fantastic flavor win, and the Smog token is amazing too. Number 8, Mithril Coat. It has flash, it has indestructible. This allows you to save your commander at the last second. When it enters the battlefield, attached to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible. Very, very, very fantastic card, and cheap too. Next, number 7, Bilbo's Ring. As long as it's your turn, equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So there it is right there. Hexproof, can't be blocked, and you get to draw a card. That's the name of the game, the most powerful thing you can do in Magic the Gathering. Number 6, Gandalf the White. Flash, you may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. That's awesome. And when a legendary permanent or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability, that ability triggers an additional time. That is super strong. Number 5, this is a bomb. Last March of the Ents. Sorcery, this spell can't be countered. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Then put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. I absolutely love this card. This is a bomb with a capital B. For 8 mana, which is nothing in green, you get to draw a bunch of cards and then dump your hand full of creatures onto the battlefield. And if you've got Creator Hoof Behemoth, it's GG. Very fantastic card. I almost believe that this should be number 1, but the number 1 and 2 slots you'll see are very strong within their own right, especially in regular Magic. Number 4, Sauron the Dark Lord. Ward, sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. If you don't have a legendary artifact or creature on the board, you can't even target this guy. So he has protection. He's very strong. Mass Orcs 1. Whenever you damage a player, ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards. If you're Hellbent, you get to draw 4 cards. And this goes in Reanimator decks. Go check out the deck tech I did on Sauron the Dark Lord Commander deck. Number 3, Delighted Halfling. For 1 green, she's crazy strong. Tap, colorless, or tap and 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell, and that spell can't be countered. Very, 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 very strong. Going right into my Prosh deck. Number 1 and number 2 is no surprise here, Orcish Bowmasters. Flash, black, and 1. When they enter the battlefield, whenever an opponent draws a card except the first one, they draw on each of their draw steps. Orcish Bowmasters deals 1 damage to the target, then amass Orcs 1. Very strong. With things like Rustic Study and other things in Commander, very, very, very strong. And then, of course, number 1, the One Ring. It is indestructible. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring. Tap it, put a burden counter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each burden counter on the One Ring. Very, very strong. Indestructible, gives you protection from everything when you cast it. And then for 1 life, you get to draw cards, and because it's indestructible, it's going to be, it's very sticky. It's very hard to get rid of, so you're going to be drawing cards a lot. And only losing 1 life, and if you've got a life gain deck, that is nothing. You're going to be drawing a lot of cards. So there you have it, my top 10 Lord of the Ring cards. I hope you liked it. If you agree, let me know. If you don't, if you disagree, let me know as well. Thanks, and happy Halloween.